Right, should we move on to the quest stuff, Dave? Meta stuff.
Okay.
So I've put this in its own section called Meta's Incompetence because there's a number of topics we want to go over which are all related to Meta's incompetence. Now, I said this to you in the stream that we did before that got messed up, so I can't really ask you the same thing, but I'm going to ask you because maybe you forgot, because you do have a memory like a sieve, Dave. Horizon Worlds is coming to mobile and PC. I asked you before, what are your thoughts on that? So, what are your thoughts on that? They might have changed now since I don't know if you remember what I said.
So what I said before was it's going to bring a new audience to Horizon.
You did.
However, you did say...
Well, you was thinking that was going to be... I asked you if you thought that was a good thing, and you said yes. And then I just, slapped you in the face, and I said, no, it's not going to be a good thing. And here's why. Right now, Dave, we play Horizon Worlds a little bit. Right now, when we try to meet up in, the pub, which is our usual hangout spot, it's a pretty popular place, it's where all our friends are. What happens, Dave?
So you're limited to how many people you've got in a room?
Yeah.
Or an instance, I'll say.
Instance. The instance gets full, because there's a maximum of, 30 people that can get in there, right? So, we go on, and then we try and meet up with each other, well, not even that, I'll be on, and you'll be like, oh, Sam's online, let's go see him.
Yeah.
But no, it'll put you in a separate instance, and you won't be able to find me.
That has happened a few times.
So what Meta are basically doing is they're opening it up to a wider audience without doing anything to tackle that. It's going to make it a lot worse. It's going to be harder to find your friends. I think it's just one of many examples of Meta's complete incompetence. And not just that, kids basically are going to be on it more than now. There's going to be an influx of kids as well, which is annoying. So yeah. I think that is a stupid decision, because like I say, they haven't done anything to balance that out with the experience as it is now. There's other problems with Horizon Worlds, which is it's got a lot of performance issues. It's really bad. It's really laggy and not a nice experience, especially when you first load into a room and everyone's avatars are loading in and you're moving at 2 frames per second. It feels like an indie game. It feels worse than an indie game. There's indie social experiences like Alt Space, which is going to be gone soon, but that felt way more polished than Horizon Worlds. It's laggy, the menus are laggy to go through. If there's another weird thing, if you get an update, if the app needs an update, it doesn't tell you. So if you want to see your friends, you can go in the same room as them, and you might think the instance is full again, but it's not. What it actually is that your friends are on a different version, so you can't communicate with them. You've got to go out of app just to tell them that there's an update. Whereas any competent company would know that if there's an update, it would come up with a notice and say, we've got an update coming in 10 minutes or something. And then it will make you shut it down to do the update. So, there's also the blocking system, Dave, which you know about. So basically, for those who don't know, if you block someone in Horizon Worlds, this is what I mean. Meta's just it really makes me scratch my head. What are they thinking when they do this? But if you block someone in Horizon Worlds, you get punished as well, in the form of, if that person you've blocked is in a world that you want to go into, it won't let you in that world. Isn't that just... Do you know what I mean? What are they thinking? It's almost like they've hired a bunch of, teenagers who are just, maybe they're, in college or something, and they don't really have any experience, and they're the ones who have made this app. I don't know. There's a lot of little things like that just make me think that Meta's not a competent company, which makes me... it puts me off getting the Quest 3, or any other Meta thing. That's on top of being banned. I've been banned a few times, and I don't even know why. I'm in adult worlds. I never, I'm not a nasty kind of person or anything. I don't bully people or whatever. I mean, I bully Josh because he's a cunt, but that's just a bit of banter, right? That's just a little bit of banter. And obviously he knows that. Maybe that's why I get banned, because maybe someone's overhearing that, and then they're just taking it out of context. So I don't know.
Yeah, but
they don't tell you either.
If you're not saying that directly to someone else, they shouldn't be blocking you because you wasn't having that conversation with that person.
Yeah, no, I don't mean blocking. I mean getting banned. And that's the thing. If you get banned off Horizon Worlds, you are banned off the entire headset. So I was banned for 48 hours. My headset was a fucking door stopper. I couldn't do anything with it. You can't log in. You can't do fuck all. So just more meta incompetence. I don't get it. I mean, I've had that problem with Facebook anyway. You know, they've always been like, they ban you for stupid reasons, and then they won't exactly tell you why they banned you. So
that's true. What J1 HUD says is when they updated something, they fuck something else up, which is true.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. But the thing about Horizon was, the reason I use it, I know I'm shitting on it a lot, but it's because the whole idea of a social app is the people. And that's where the people are. You have VR chat, there's people in there, but those kind of people, I mean, they're nice people and everything, but they're not my kind of people, mostly. Like, it's a lot of kids, first of all. And then it's all those kind of like, you know, furries and weebs and stuff, but I don't know. I just don't really... I've tried talking to them, like, I can't talk to them in the same way that I do when I talk to people in Horizon. They just ignore you. But Horizon, that's where the people are. Altspace is dead. Horizon, there's a good community there. There's a good community of people. Good banter.
Especially at the Very British Pub. I thought we'd give them a shout out because they've been very welcoming to me, and that's how I met you.
Yeah, so, that is the main place. That's all I do in there. I don't go anywhere else apart from the British Pub. There's not many kids in there either. You know, there's a anti-kid rule. Whenever a kid comes in, I say 2319 because you know, Monsters Inc. With George Sanderson and the sock. But and if anyone wants to know, J1 HUD is a mod of that place. It's a very important person. Watch yourself around him. Show him his respect, his authority. So that was just the first point about Meta's incompetence. Let's go into one of the points you brought up, Dave, which is Echo's cancellation.
Yeah, so Echo and Nerf as well.
And Nerf. Nerf was nerfed.
Yes. Yeah.
I think there was another one as well. I might be wrong, but I think I think there was something that was actually no, that was it. Something was shut down, but it was brought back recently. It was that Swords of Gargantua or something like that, I think.
Oh, that's right. That's the one, yeah.
But that one came back, so I don't know.
Yeah, I feel for the community behind it because a lot of people just go in for that game, and plus it was used for a lot of esports as well.
Yeah. They said it was because that's why they said they shut it down, because there wasn't a big enough community. But that was the biggest, or one of the biggest VR games going. With the, like, it's like they're judging it based on flat screen games and how big their communities are. But VR it's completely different. That was good. That was a good number of, you know, concurrent players playing it every day. So another reason why I don't really trust Meta. You know, there's so many things that are putting me off with them. So I mean, the Quest 3 is going to have to be really something special for me to.
Exactly, it really is. It really is. You're right.
So I don't know. It depends on the price as well. But
is Nerf free?
I don't think so.
Or was it
I don't think it was.
Or was it paid?
I think it was paid. Yeah.
It was paid, yeah. Okay.
Echo's free though, wasn't it? Echo was free.
Yes, Echo was free. Yeah.
The community's not happy with Echo Arena being taken down. So I think there's a petition as well.
There is the petition going around.
But I don't think that's going to work, really.
What I was going to say, what about moving it to a different platform like Pico? I know it means that people will get another headset again, but...
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't really know why it was cancelled. I mean, like I said, it was like because of numbers, but was it Meta's choice or was it...
I don't know if it was a choice between the devs and Meta. I'm not too sure, to be honest.
I don't know, but I don't really know a lot about the cancellation. I don't really have too much to say. I just know that it's a shame. It's a shame. I never played it personally, but I know that...
I did in the early days.
Yeah.
When I had the Quest.
Yeah, it looks
the
cool.
original Quest.
It does look cool.
Yeah.
I just never got round to it.
It was cool.
I had it downloaded.
Was-
I've got it downloaded and everything. But
Yeah, there's a lot of fun in there.
oh well. Let's move on to the Quest Pro price. Has gone down again. It's gone up. It's gone down. It's like a fucking yo-yo, Dave.
Again, I feel for the people that have spent full price on that, because that's £500 down the drain.
Yeah, it's like Meta just don't give a fuck. They just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, and not only that, if you bought it on credit, like through Amazon, for instance,
You're still going to be paying it off.
You've literally just paid off that £500. You've still got £1,000 to pay.
Yeah.
And that's what it's gone down to.
It's ridiculous.
So I would have been furious. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if they did buy it, not knowing what we know, they should have looked into it in the first place, to be honest, because it's not the same as like the the Quest 2, for instance. Yeah. It's a more higher end, but it's mainly aimed at businesses. So it's not really designed in the first place for the average user. It was the whole reason why.
But obviously,
in the first place.
Why didn't they make it just a business thing then? Because there are headsets out there that are commercial use only, and you can only get them through like businesses. So
yeah, good point.
But yeah, that came out like 5 months ago or something like that. About 5 months ago, and it dropped in price. But that was just temporary. It dropped like to £1,200. And then just less than a month or a month later, it went back up to 1,500. And now, maybe a month later, it's now apparently permanently £1,000, right? Which I speculate maybe because they're competing with the XR Elite, which is no competition anyway, even at £1,000, in my opinion. I think the XR Elite looks like a way better headset, even though it's not got eye tracking, So, yeah, I don't know. I think they've either dropped or raised the price of the Quest 2 as well. So, I don't know. It's not good. That's not good business, to be constantly lowering and putting the price up, It's just not right. 'Cause it pisses a lot of people off. As if Meta haven't pissed enough people off recently, with all we've talked about so far, right? Like, I'm actually kind of angry at them as a company. Like, you can't fucking treat your player base like that, right? So, like I say, Quest 3 is gonna have to be something really fucking special for me to come back. So, I don't know.
Yeah.